So let me ask you for the control.
So um,
Yeah, please tell
I'll
me.
read your PPT, and I've also gone through that tutorial, first
Okay,
tutorial.
okay.
Yeah.
Actually, that I have created when I have started means my career in Tosca. So just for my
Okay.
understanding, at that time I have created. So maybe few things will be old, but I think means related to Tosca things are there. Can you please
Okay.
see whether you have any options to give me access?
Disable show.
1 minute. Request for control. Just see
Oh,
whether.
approved. Yeah, actually, I didn't see.
Okay, okay.
So I have two screens, so I don't know if I have to close the.
No, no
You
worries.
okay with it? Okay. And you have started recording, right?
Yes, yes, I have started.
Okay.
Just a minute. Yeah. So if you see here, just a minute. So I think you have entered into the Tosca tutorial workspace, right?
Yeah.
Currently.
Yeah.
So what I will do, I will just go back one step.
Okay. You can just save it. You can just say yes. Thank you.
Okay. Now if you see here we can see list of the different workspaces we have created, right? So
Yeah.
before creating these things, there is one directory where all those workspaces are reported or
Okay.
logged in. So let me go
Okay.
to that
Are you able
repository.
to see the other another screen because it's on my monitor?
Means another screen
Mm.
means I don't get it.
You just clicked on the folder, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, so it is opened in my monitor. So you want me to drag it to the laptop screen?
yes,
I don't know,
yes, yes.
right?
Please drag it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Uh, you clicked here. Okay, sorry. Here you go.
Yeah. So now, if you see under C drive, there will be one folder will get created once you install the Tosca by default. So within
Okay.
this folder, this will be your Tosca projects. Means if you start working in any project also, this folder will
Mhm.
get created here, under which you will have these details and you can see it. So if you see here are three folders available. One is Tosca or common repositories, Tosca workspaces, and Tosca commander. So
Hmm.
Tosca common repositories, when it will come into pictures. So if you see, this folder is currently empty, but when
Mm-hmm.
you start using any workspace which is multiple user workspace, means once
Okay.
you clone that workspace or once you activate any workspace using
Mm-hmm.
that common repository url or the connection string details, and once you succeed with the accessing of that multiple user repository, then in that case one your personal or your local repository will get stored here. Means once you do anything, check out and check in, all those things
Mm-hmm.
first will get stored here, and from here it will get stored in your central repository or Tosca server repository.
Okay.
As we are
Okay.
using single user workspace, so under this repository nothing is there.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so now we will go in Tosca workspaces. Now if you see here, as you have seen, you
Okay.
have created all your projects. So
Mm-hmm.
where your data of that workspace gets stored, so your data of that workspace gets stored under all those these folders. Now if you see,
Okay.
suppose you have opened this Tosca tutorial currently.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see here, these are the log files. Means whatever operation you perform, that operations internally will get stored inside this. Means maybe it's not important for us. If you see,
Mm-hmm.
these are only log level details. These are
Okay.
not important for us, but if there is any issue, Tosca crashing, means at
Okay.
analyzing or identifying any issue, what was
Mm-hmm.
happened at that time, it will helpful. So
Okay.
just remember, after that, if you see this part, tosca tutorial.en.tws, means whenever you create any workspace, that
Mm-hmm.
workspace, uh, one file got created, like our username, right, when we logged into any C drive or anything,
Mm-hmm.
so our one user profile got created like this. One Tosca profile of that project or workspace will get created. So means whatever
Okay.
data you will create, it will get stored here. Means whenever you, as you have seen multiple projects you have created, and it's
Mm-hmm.
common sense, means it's on local. Obviously, if you switch between one or two workspaces, and again if you from 2 or 3 days, if you again open any old projects, you will see that data present. As we are not using any server or anything, so this data will
Mm-hmm.
get stored here. Now if you
Okay.
double click on this path also, it will open
Mm-hmm.
your tosca tutorial
Tosca.
part. Yes, but things will
Okay.
get stored here. So that I want to
Okay.
show you. uh,
Okay.
so let it get open, we will just see it once.
Okay. So another Tosca opened.
Yeah, and here you will see it. Okay,
Okay. Got
let,
it. Okay.
let me close it. And if you have seen here on this profile,
Mm-hmm.
there is one tws.txt file got created. So normally what happens, means it shows it is locked, or it,
Okay.
now if you, I have closed it, let's see. Now if you see this file
Oh,
got
this is
removed. Means sometimes what happens, if anything happens, your tosca get crashed. Recently in my project also we face such issues, because we are using our tosca on different citrix servers. So in between, if that
okay.
citrix servers get disconnected, it gets
Mm-hmm.
locked. Means if sometimes again if we try to open it, and if it between,
Mm-hmm.
means that server get disconnected, means that tosca is still open there. In that case,
Okay.
what we need to do, if you face any such issues in your career or anything, if
Mm-hmm.
your it's showing tosca is locked, uh,
Mm-hmm.
so just go to that project repository or that workspace repository, and just see whether there is any .txt file with this .tws extension is present. .tws
Okay.
.txt, just we need to
Uh-huh.
delete that. Once we delete that, it will automatically get unlocked.
Oh, got it. Okay, okay. So you need to just delete that file so that you can start over again
Yes,
if
yes,
it gets stuck in between. Okay,
yes, yes.
okay, got it. Okay. So उसमें what is there in that TXT
No, no,
file? I
it's
mean,
just like we can say, means
but you're
reference.
working
Yes,
on
yes,
it. So that's
yes,
why it is
yes.
logged. Okay, okay, got it. Oh, that's good to know. Okay.
Yeah, like this, all those thing, all the workspace related things are present here. Means whatever workspace you create, all the workspace will have different folders, and within that you will have same structure got created. Maybe you can see it.
Okay.
So that was the one thing. If now we will come back again. Now under this tosca commander, now under this tosca commander, if you see, these are some .tsc files standard. So what is this
Mm-hmm.
tsc standard file? So this tsc standard files are nothing but means while when tosca have started using, means initially, like .tws, they have .tsc extension.
Okay.
So
TCE, right?
.tc, sorry, .tc.
Okay.
So what happens in that time when we export anything, means it will get stored the extension in this format. Now if you see here, this standard.tsc file contains all the
Mm-hmm.
modules, standard modules which are required for using the tosca. Like in tosca we have different standard modules. Now if you open any new workspace, you will see within that a new your, now you have created this workspaces recently, right?
Yeah.
So if I open you, I just want to show you.
Mm-hmm.
Now under modules, if you see here, no standard modules are available. Means which are the
Mm-hmm.
standard modules? So standard modules are nothing but like opening URL or working with file, or means performing some basic operations on Windows, or like performing some string operation, means identifying substring between that, means
Okay.
basic
So
operation.
they
Yeah,
are
yeah,
inbuilt
yes, yes.
functions that they provide you can use in your project.
Yes, but when you create any new workspace, it will not by default available. You need to import it into your project. After
Oh,
importing
okay.
only, under module section, you will see it. Now, if
Okay.
for this project, I will show you for importing function, as this is also part of our one of the point in our training classes. So if you see
Mm-hmm.
here, just you need to click on this import button.
Mm-hmm.
Just say import, go to this Tosca project repository, Tosca commander, and just select this standard.tsc. Once you
Okay.
open it, one module import folder will get open, and
Okay.
inside this module import folder you will see all those this box modules,
Okay.
like timing, process. This will get open. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
you can keep it here, or else you can do just one thing, just cut it and make it separate here, so that you
Okay.
will not see that import options available there.
Okay, got it.
Okay, and now due to
Okay.
this, I think under test case section also one import function will get created, because import, when we import anything, whatever test cases created with that modules, whatever execution linked with that test cases, whatever test case design with that templates, each and
Okay.
everything will get imported. So
So you need to import in module section, right? All the TCE if you want to import. They
no.
are imported in the module
Yes,
section.
because why? Because these are the modules.
Okay.
Standard.tsc contains modules. But if you want
Oh.
to import test cases, and if you
Mm-hmm.
have clicked on suppose this test case, and that persons have done the export, right? Means they
Yeah.
have done export on XYZ level, like test case
Yeah.
level. So you want to see test cases. So obviously, what you will do, you will go in test case section, and there you will do import. So what
Okay.
will
Okay.
happen? Means anyhow, anywhere you will import, the related content will get appeared.
Will
But
also include
yeah,
imported, right?
yes.
Okay. Okay. So like I want there are some test cases someone has made
Hmm.
created, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And so of course these test cases includes modules also, like
Yes,
whatever they scan and everything. So
yes,
if I import this, all the modules and everything related to this will import automatically.
yes, 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 it will get
Oh.
automatically fetch, and you will able to see that.
And libraries also, if they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
any
yeah,
library.
libraries
Okay.
also, libraries
Okay.
also
Okay.
will get imported.
Okay. Okay.
So that was the one point. Now let's move to, sorry, I think I'm going inside my drive.
Okay.
Okay. Now similarly, if you see this dot osu, and this, so these are
Mhm.
not required for us, because these are something different. Osu means architected level functionality. So these modules
Okay.
we will not use it, and obviously it will not work in trial version. So
Okay.
so means I just want to show you where you can
Mhm.
see it, and from where you can import it. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
under
Okay.
under templates. Now this is one section where as I have told you, we can create test case design sheet for mapping test data to templates from two areas. One is test case design sheet, and one is Excel template, which Tosca have provided. So for that, where you can find the templates. So for the templates will appear under this path, Tosca commander templates bo. So they have just given two examples. So you can, obviously it's not required, you should put this template here. You can create your own directory on any drive, and from there you can link it. But just for example, they have stored it on this drive, so that you can link it.
And what those templates
Yeah.
contain, like,
So for
yeah.
that, we will have when we will go into template section, I will show you what
Okay.
is the exact template. But for your questions, so I will just open one example here, this file. Now if you see, for templates is nothing but, suppose we have one test case where we want to perform some operations like banking operation. So for banking operation, when we create any test data, so what will be the test data for any banking application, like for transferring any payment or anything, or deposit or credit? So basic thing, if I consider and tell you, like account number, debit account number, credit account number, amount, date of the
Okay.
transaction. So this data is required for that transaction, right? So
So you can store test data, right?
yeah, for
That's what you mean? Okay.
yeah, storing test data. So how this will work, your test data attributes will come till this point, like this.
Okay.
Suppose your account number, then
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
maybe if you have different branches, and
Mm.
your different branches have, then it will get divided like that. Suppose
Okay.
SBI,
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
then its sub attributes means SBI,
Okay.
its branch, uh, and then its
Mhm.
account number, like it will flow in this way, means your attribute, parent attribute, and then you will have values. Now for first
Okay.
payment, from for which bank you want to transfer, for second, like this it will
Okay.
get filled and it will get linked. So how it will
Okay.
get linked, how to use it, how to update it, so while doing the template section, I will
Okay.
briefly tell
Okay.
you.
Okay. Okay.
So means for this directory, I think these are the important functions. These keywords and all those things are not important, or we will not create here. It is used in very highly means developed modules, like in
Okay.
uh, big projects where more than 9 or 10 years of automation is done, and they have done something custom control modules where using some specific keywords, some specific VB scripts, or some coding, or some code gets called, like this some keywords gets created, and using that keyword some um, files or functions or programs gets called. In that cases, these features will get called. So this is not
Okay.
important for us right now, so I will ignore. So just keep in mind, these are the three folders, and where you can find different information I just told you. So
Mm-hmm.
it will be helpful for you. Maybe after this class, you just take notes, and whatever you remember, just try to note down it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing it right now.
Okay, no worries. Maybe you will
Yeah.
have the recordings. You can after that also. You
Yeah.
can prepare it.
Okay. Okay.
Let's move to Tosca now. Okay, now I will close this. Okay, now these are the different projects, workspaces you have created. Now what I will do, I will create one workspace where I will tell you what is the difference between single user and multiple user workspace, and how
Hmm.
it will get differ. Hmm?
Okay.
So let me try to create one project here. Yes, now we are here. Now if you see, as I told you, for selecting or creating any new workspace, we are having two options. Either you can create single user workspace, else you can create multiple user workspace. So
Hmm.
for single user workspace, we don't need any functionality or any DB server details or any existing repository details, or we don't need to create it. But if you want to use it, or if you have any existing repository, suppose
Hmm.
when you join any projects, obviously, and it is already inbuilt, so it's common sense, obviously they will have some repository created. So what we can
Hmm.
do, you can just ask them a repository, or instead of you will ask, they will only share you. So how these things matter, I will tell you. Now if you see here, select the type of
Okay.
repository. So what type of repositories are available? So these two types of repositories, single user workspace, and all these below are the multi-user workspaces. So if you see
Okay.
SQLite, Oracle, MS SQL Server, DB2. So means once you create any repository here,
Mm-hmm.
and if you mark it as a, let me select, suppose if I select SQLite, if you see here, it's asking me whether use existing repository, means it's asking me whether this already repository is created or not. This checkbox is
Okay.
asking me. Obviously we don't have, right? So if I uncheck it, if you see, few things will
Mm-hmm.
get automatically enabled. If I uncheck it, few things
Yeah.
will get disabled. Why? Because if it is existing, no
Mm-hmm.
more fields are required. So what
Yeah.
will happens on SQLite or Oracle? So these are different databases where our Tosca repositories got stored. So
Oh, okay.
first
Okay.
time while doing the repository selection, we do this repository selection on server side, means on such a system or such a server which is uniquely accessible to everyone. Once we create there,
Mm-hmm.
we will create one. Just a minute, let me check if I have that document with me so that I can tell you.
Yeah, like in my project, I think our repository is on SQLite. I remember when I connected to our project.
1 minute. Yeah, yeah. Means obviously it will be available under maybe SQL
Yeah.
Oracle Lite, SQLite, or DB2. I think for us
Mm.
it was on Oracle 11G or something was there in last time.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what I want to show you, 1 minute. I want to show you that multiple user repository creation document. Let me just see. Mm. I will do one thing. I need to check that where I have stored. I will check it and maybe I will show you. Means within that I have step by step created the presentation. How to create the multiple user repository from the step where how we can set up the server setup of the Tosca server and how we can install it. I'm not able to find it on which directory I have stored, but I will tell you maybe in tomorrow session without fail. So we need to
Okay.
select this option while creating the new repository. If we don't have existing, just uncheck it. Once
Mm.
we uncheck it, it will ask where you want to create the repository. Once you provide the path under which directory you want to create, so just provide the name of that repository and
Okay.
name of the workspace you want to create. And one
Mm-hmm.
thing, you want to create workspace as a template or not. Means workspace as a template means what is showing, automatically it will include the standard.tsc functions. Got it?
Okay.
When we created
Okay.
any workspace, I think I told you
Mhm.
to import it, right? But if you
Yeah,
check
yeah, yeah.
check this or if you uncheck this, it will not add this functionality inside your project. Means it will not add the standard modules inside your project. So
Okay.
you need to import it.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
So we are creating this repository on my local, right?
Yes, yes. I'm just telling you for the
Okay.
multiple user repository. What are the
But
different things?
So like, I mean, in case if we have multiple user repository, then I wouldn't give this like my local path, right? That's what
No,
I'm
no,
not
no, you
wrong.
don't need to give the local path.
Yeah.
What you
Okay.
need
Okay.
to
Okay.
give you, what you need to give here, you need to give the repository name which you want
Okay.
to use.
Okay.
If you see, now
Okay.
I'm creating
Existing.
new
I've got it.
repository. I am creating new repository. It's why it's not asking. If I select
Yeah.
it,
Yeah. Yeah.
if I select it, use existing repository. Now if you see here, it asking me here.
Oh, where that repository? Okay.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
select.
I got it. So it will we have to choose the path where that repository is,
Yes, where
right? Yeah.
where
Okay.
where these
Got it.
repositories and where it will be present. So once you
Yeah. Yeah.
select that, according to that, you need to provide the full path of the common repository and each and everything. So
Okay. Got it. Got it.
the path creation, how we can create the path creation and everything, I have that documents with me. I can't explain
Okay.
you over here. So what
Okay.
I will do, I will search that document maybe today after this call, and maybe in tomorrow first up, I will show you that, so that you will get to know briefly how we can create and what is the basic thing for creating the multiple repository. You can't create it
Okay.
because you need to set up too many things like server setup, and
Yeah.
many things. You need to fire few queries so that basic db related structure will get created on that server setup, and after that only your common repository will get fetched. If you don't execute, obviously whatever user will perform operations, it will not get stored there. So you
Yeah.
need to
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
So
Got it.
here are the different things which are important for creating. So as we are we don't want to create, so what we will do,
Mm-hmm.
we will just
Just
go,
cancel it.
yeah, inside
Oh, yeah.
this single user workspace. Now if you
Okay.
see, here also we have this option, but you have
Yeah.
not selected. That's why that path not got enabled. So what I will do here,
Oh, okay. Got it.
I will create one folder here. Okay, I will say
Mm-hmm.
okay. One more thing, there is one option to create slim workspace. You have noticed? Else, 1 minute, I will show you. I will explain that also. So that is also important. So what is the meaning of that also, I will tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we have big projects, like where we are having 20,000 test cases, and if you get
Mm-hmm.
any projects on which you need to do some maintenance activity, or you need to work on some specific module, so it will be very useful. So how it will, I will tell you.
Yeah. Create slim workspace.
Yeah,
Okay.
so once we select this option, right now it's disabled
Mhm.
because it's only get enabled for the multiple user workspaces. So what
Okay.
is this?
Okay.
So when we select any workspace as a slim workspace, means create any workspace as a slim workspace, what it will do, it will load that workspace, existing workspace, in unsynchronized mode. Means what it will do, all the modules, all the test cases, each and every object of that workspace will not be first of all synchronized. It will not, means it will be in unsync mode, means it is not loaded on your memory, or it is not loaded on your workspace. It is stored on that Tosca server only. Because what happens, loading
Okay.
20,000 test cases related workspace on your system, or if you have 20 people of team, and if you everybody open that workspace in normal workspace way, and if you start check in and
Mm-hmm.
check out, what it will do, if many functions are checked in or perform some actions, so every time whatever the modules which are not in unsynchronized mode, Tosca will, what will do, Tosca will try to go and check whether there is any changes happen on that level or not. If that module or that test cases or
Mm-hmm.
objects are in unsynchronized mode,
Mm-hmm.
it will never go for checking, or it will not consider that objects for checking or storing that test cases data, because till you do the synchronization of that object, it will not come
Mm-hmm.
into picture. So how it will look, maybe I will show you in coming once we create one workspace. What will due to this slim workspace, what happens, the checking, checkout, or the performance of your Tosca is very very fast, because whenever do perform any operations, like if you 20 people do checkout and checking at any specific
Mm-hmm.
level, sometimes what happens, few more test cases, few modules, many things get checked out which are not important or which are not required, means it will get loaded
Mm-hmm.
inside your Tosca. But in this slim workspace, people needs to do, or it's demand of this workspace, whatever operation or whatever module you want to use, just unseek that module. Let me give you one example. Suppose
Okay.
you have one banking application where there are different features, like one is a deposit function, one is credit function, one is liquidity
Mm-hmm.
function, one is interest calculation function, one is holiday batch processing function. Now suppose
Mm-hmm.
your team get job, or your team have task to do the maintenance activity only on the like interest calculation function. So
Mm-hmm.
why your team should try to access or try to load the different modules or different features that are developed on these workspaces, means this 5 rest module. So your team will do what, you will able to see that modules, different modules, or
Mm-hmm.
different sections, test cases, each and everything on this slim workspace. But it will be in unsync mode, it will be in like clouded mode, means it will present but it will not appear completely, it will just show you one cloud option. And if you want to work on that specific module, then you need to click on that module and right click and just say sync, so that each and
Okay.
every object of that module will get sync, means it will come in
Okay.
picture. Instead of that, it will not come, means irrespective of your work, you just work on your test cases, no other test cases will
Okay.
consider for checking, checkout, or verification on every day.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So maybe I will show you,
Yeah.
just 1 minute. We have created one project, let me try to open that.
Sorry.
Now if you see, suppose, let me create one test case. I'm just creating directly one test case just to show you what is sync and what is synchronized mode, right? So
Oh yeah.
don't get confused. So test case demo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now if you see, 1 minute, there should be one option here.
Oh, synchronization.
Hmm. Here also we have that option to make these things out of sync. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me save it. So what will happen now? Currently, as I have done it on this test case level, so you will not able to see that icon for the clouded thing. But like this, when we do the Slim Workspace import, so by default, these synchronization of these objects will be off. Means these objects will not get considered in the synchronization. Whenever you do check in and check out, these test cases or
Mm-hmm.
this under folder under which this test cases are present, means it will available at folder level also. Means obviously we will create test cases under folders only, so we can
Yeah.
start from the folder levels. If you put any folder under don't include under synchronization or synchronization to be off, then what will happen?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever do perform check in check out, so Tosca will not perform synchronizing these objects. Means whenever do or whenever you take update all, what will happen? It will try to check all the objects available in Tosca, whether there is any change or whether there is an update on any workspace for that object.
Yeah.
If you put synchronization off, it will not get considered. It will ignore it, and it will try to synchronize only objects which are in synchronization enabled.
Okay, so I mean, I'm just trying to relate with my project. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
whenever we open Tosca, right, on my
Mm-hmm.
office laptop,
Mm-hmm.
so the first thing we have to do is update all. And like, if I haven't used Tosca for like, weeks, then it
Mm-hmm.
takes like at least 3 hours to update. So,
Yes.
and I think our company has, I think, is just single repository where all the projects are stored
Mm-hmm.
related to Tosca.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm doing update and if it is taking 3 hours, so it
Mm-hmm.
means that it is updating each and every code, no matter if it is related to my project. But whatever is on that repository, right? It is
Mm-hmm.
updating everything so that I
Yes.
can get the new code. I mean the latest code, right?
Yes, yes. So maybe for in that your case, maybe you can do it. Maybe you can ask your team lead, or maybe means can we do
Mhm.
or can we make that workspace as a slim workspace? Means uh, while creating new workspace, you can select that option as a slim workspace, and whatever your object or
Mhm.
whatever your folder under which your test cases or your part of work is present, you can just right click on that folder after creating the slim workspace, and you just make it as a
Update.
synchronize mode. No,
I
no,
mean,
just synchronize mode. So whenever you will take update
okay.
all, what will happen? Whatever updates
Oh,
has,
only the synchronized things will be
yeah,
on.
whatever updates.
Uh, oh, okay.
So in slim workspace, what will happen? It will put synchronization on all the test cases.
Update. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, got it,
and
got it, got it,
first
got it.
and first time once you make it as a synchronization enabled, only that part will get
Mm-hmm.
enabled. And whenever next time onwards, whenever you open Tosca and take update all, it will only update your part of that workspace, or your suppose you are working on deposit function, only deposit related changes will get updated. It will not update uh, but I think it's not useful to check whether other teams have updated anything, because your work is on specific module. So why to worry about the other modules? So you just need to focus on your module. So just for in
Yeah.
that case, these features will come into mind. So maybe you can try.
Okay,
If you face any issue, maybe you can let me know. We will have a call. I will tell you.
okay, okay, got it.
But it
So
doesn't
I
mean
need to do synchronize. Mm-hmm.
you don't need
Go
to do
ahead.
synchronization enable or anything. First of all, you need to mm, create one workspace using your that repository details of your projects where you are
Mm-hmm.
opening. You just need to open that repository in slim user workspace. So for
Okay,
first
okay.
time, one question. So whatever repositories you are asking or you are fetching,
Mm-hmm.
are these repositories means means all your guys are working parallelly?
Yeah, I mean, we all work at the same time.
Yeah, means it is a
So like,
multiple user repository. So what you can do, maybe once you logged in tomorrow or today, just try to create one single user repository, multiple user
mm-hmm.
repository, and while creating it, it doesn't mean it will not notify anyone within your team that you have cloned any workspace in slim user, because it's present on your system. Nobody will get to
Okay.
know that you have created that workspace in slim user workspace, because it will get stored on
Okay.
your workspace. And maybe you just see the what things you can observe, and if you don't want to work on it, it's okay, you just keep it on your drive, and whatever work you are doing on your normal workspace you can do it. But at least you will get to know what is the difference, and maybe you will get to know the performance is also getting improved on that workspace.
Okay, okay, got it. I mean, just to summarize, I just wanted to confirm that I'm getting it correct.
Mm-hmm.
When you have the slim option, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
checked in on slim option,
Mm-hmm.
so and when you open that multiple user in workspace,
Mm-hmm.
so when you do update all, it will update only to the modules that you are working on, the or
Yes.
specifically you are, right?
Yeah.
Not everything.
Yes,
Okay, got
but how it will do once you do the slim workspace
it.
cloning, or you once you create this in a slim workspace, first time you
Mm-hmm.
need to go to your function. Now let me explain.
Yeah,
Suppose,
your like my test cases, right?
yeah,
Where I
suppose
have
under this
created.
test cases folder,
Yeah.
suppose you have four different functions like deposit, credit, means interest, and like
Mm-hmm.
liquidity. And suppose you are working
Yes.
on deposit, so click on the deposit folder
Mm-hmm.
of the test cases, right click, and
Mm-hmm.
you will see one option there, include in synchronization. Hmm? Or just right
Okay.
click
Okay. Got
and
it.
just try to or just double click it, so it will those slim workspace will understood, it will automatically get understood, yes, this person or this user want to synchronize these test cases. So once you first time do it, automatically this test case the folder related all the steps will get synchronized, and next onwards
Okay.
you don't
Okay.
need to again do the synchronization. Just take update all.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
so
Thank you.
so that
Uh-huh.
was the one point that I want to tell you. So I think where we are here. So now this is the workspace that we have created. So after creating this workspace, now if you see, uh, this is the default structure. So which
Mm-hmm.
are the different sections available here? Just see: test case, modules, requirements, test case designs, execution, issues, configurations, and planning. So now if you see
Mm-hmm.
these requirements, issues, and this planning, normally we don't do it on this trial version, because for mapping and everything it will take, we need to take help of the ALM or Jira for issue logging
Oh,
or
okay.
integrating these things. So normally we don't consider these things. So what I will do, I will just remove these sections from here: issues and requirement. Okay. And now this
Mm-hmm.
configuration, so configuration related part is also not important right now, so I will just uncheck it,
Okay.
because I can, after on I can add it. Now this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
our
Okay.
default view. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now
Okay.
there is one setting in Tosca through which also you can save your this view. how you can
Okay.
how you can save this view. If you go here under these sections, okay, one minute, not here, under this view, if you see this manage,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Say.
saying me, it's asking me if you want to store this layout. Means only this
Oh,
four
okay.
section will get stored. Whenever you want to open, you just open it by pressing these keys, and it will get open with only
Mm-hmm.
these sections. Just save it, give it some name,
Oh,
and you just store it,
okay.
it will get open. So this is the one
Okay.
thing that you can make sure, because sometimes what happens in multiple user workspace, many things are open, because people have cloned that modules inside the top level or the bottom level. Means multiple
Mm-hmm.
users workspaces, multiple folders, multiple different modules, execution list, many things are by default cloned on that, by default tabbed on that top level or bottom level. So many things are gets open, if you open new workspace, but we don't need it. So you can save your workspace with your requirement on view. So what I will
Okay.
do, I will store it like Manali, Tosca training, save it. Okay, now this section will get stored, and whenever you want to open it, we can open accordingly our required view. So this is
Okay.
one thing, because on which this section only we mainly going to focus on, so that basic things or important part of the Tosca gets covered under this section, like this planning issues and configuration related part or requirement related part will come into picture later on, once we
Okay.
have such a level of automation framework gets developed or ready.
Okay.
So what we can do now, Shruti, we will stop here. Sorry, Shruti, I have
Manali.
one. Yeah, I have another candidate with Shruti. So
Okay.
sorry for that.
No,
So
that's okay.
what we can do, we can stop here. Maybe for
Mhm.
the next level of test case creation and all those things. Today in daytime, I will try to download it, and we will
Okay.
start actual demos and the different views and different settings which are I want to show you
Okay.
on my laptop. Is it? Hope
Okay.
it is
Okay.
fine. And I think today's
Okay.
section is also very good. I think we have covered too many things which are important. So maybe you just take time, you just
Okay.
take
Yeah.
notes and make it ready. If you have any questions, let me know. We will in first half or in the evening. I will let you know, because what happens in evening normally, many things are come. Like now from today, office work will start. So if there are any issues, not sure, maybe office works get
Yeah. So
extended.
actually, yeah. So that's I wanted to talk about that. Do you have 5 minutes?
Yeah, yeah, please.
Okay, so so tomorrow is Monday, right? So even
Mm.
my office will start.
Yes, yes.
I will start. I can start at 9. Usually we start at 8, but
Mm.
if not, then I can start at 9. So either I can join the training from 8 to 9,
Mm-hmm.
or we can just have like this like your morning session,
So
and on weekends we can have both like morning and evening.
so what happens, I prefer this 7 time only, because what happens at 8 o'clock, normally due to some network issues, I need to log in early, because in the evening my network doesn't work properly. So sometimes I
So
need.
you are good with this time?
Yeah, yeah, I'm good with this time, because I'm
Okay,
also fresh, so that I can explain you
okay,
properly. And means
okay. Yeah, I mean, this time works good for me. Early morning, it's just me and my husband, and I have a son. He's 2 years old. So
Mhm.
today, actually, when we have a session, मुझे ना babysitter बुलाना पड़ता है कभी कभी, because even my husband is working, and
Okay,
he was on support today.
okay,
तो
okay.
आज what happened is यहाँ कोई ऐसे free में तो संभालता नहीं है बच्चा.
अरे यार.
तो I
Okay.
तो मेरे $20 फुकट के लग गए आज,
अरे अरे,
क्योंकि
sorry, sorry.
वेडनेसडे सुबह
I was not aware about that. So if
Yeah, I know that you are not aware. So मुझे बस ये बोलना था कि in any case, let's say अगर अपन weekend पे
Mhm.
I mean your evening session, if we are working,
Mhm.
then if in any case if you want to cancel or postpone,
Mhm.
मेरे को एक fixed बता देना, तो मैं उसके हिसाब से manage कर लूंगी.
Mm.
So today I keep her telling, okay, I think you have to wait for more, 5 more minutes, 6 more minutes,
Okay,
something
okay,
like
okay,
that. But then I had to tell her that I'm sorry, आप चले जाओ. तो
okay. I'm
यहाँ
really
थोड़ा
sorry. I
awkward.
was not aware about that.
नहीं नहीं,
It's
I know that's you don't have to say sorry, you didn't know, but मुझे थोड़ा हमें प्लान करना पड़ता है, यहाँ कोई है नहीं, और so it's just me and my husband and my son, he's a monster. तो
okay,
उसके
okay.
साथ थोड़ा हमको डिफिकल्ट होता है काम
Okay, okay,
करना.
okay, okay.
तो
No worries, no
ऐसा
worries.
कुछ भी हो तो बस मुझे it's okay. I mean, if
Actually,
you
that
want
was
to
also not
cancel or
planned.
delay.
I got call. Actually, I was outside, and I told you I will come in some time. But when I came back, I was just trying to open the laptop. At that time only, I got call. There was some integration issue with
Yeah.
Tosca and ALM. So they want me to there
Okay.
to test few things. So I suddenly need to
Okay.
open my office laptop, and till 9:30, I think 9:30, 10 o'clock I was busy with that only. So I was also not
Okay.
able to ping you because I was on the call with them on my office
Okay.
Skype.
No, no
So
worries. But कभी भी
no
ऐसा तो
worries, no
just
worries.
cancel it.
I will
तो
definitely tell you accordingly.
and हाँ हाँ हाँ
Hmm.
okay okay that
Onwards,
would be
now
very
onwards.
helpful.
No, no,
Okay.
it's
And मुझे बस एक ये पूछना था
mm-hmm.
कि आई कैन पे मुझे ये एक तो इंटरनेशनल ट्रांसफर इट्स लिटिल ट्रिकी तो
Mm-hmm.
गूगल पे में दे से दैट योर नंबर व्हिच यू प्रोवाइडेड इट्स इनवैलिड. ओके सो आई एम
Mm-hmm.
थिंकिंग इफ आई कैन पे थ्रू वेस्टर्न यूनियन तो आपने जो मुझे अकाउंट इंफॉर्मेशन दी है
Mm-hmm.
उसमें यू कैन गेट मनी. और
Mm-hmm.
मैंने और भी कुछ आपसे वो पूछा है वो फॉर्म आई हैव टू
Yes, yes,
फिल व्हाट इज
actually,
द
yeah, yeah.
फुल
I have
नेम
seen
फॉर
that
एवरीथिंग.
things, so that's why in morning I don't have that time. So I told you I will give you. So
Yeah,
some time
whenever
I
you
will
have
share you.
time. हाँ और else since मैं कल मेरी सिस्टर से पूछ सकती हूँ.
Mm-hmm.
शी इज इन इंडिया शी कैन पे यू थ्रू गूगल पे.
No worries, I will send you that also, and my Google Pay number is
हाँ
also with you. Whatever you think
yeah
preferable, you just try and do it. I don't have any issues. So means whatever it
okay
will work easily, just do with that.
yeah okay 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 no problem.
Okay then, sure,
Okay,
Manali.
so
Good night.
we'll meet at same time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Tomorrow fixed time means we will not miss any class. We will meet daily
yeah,
at this time, and for evening,
9:30.
yeah, yeah. Today also means if I don't have any workload, obviously I will check and I will let you know for evening. Means today's evening at your
Mm-hmm.
morning time. If I am free, I will
Yeah,
tell you. I will drop you a message.
okay okay, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Okay then.
Yep,
Bye bye. See
okay,
you. I
bye
will put this
bye.
recording on drive. Maybe you can check in
Okay
morning. You will see it.
okay okay sure. So
Okay.
should I stop sharing?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Okay then. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Bye.